everybody, Tyler here. I'm making this video because I am a visual person, but I was also thinking about something after watching the trailers with Solomon and everything for the Flash movie about what might be happening. So follow along with my logic here, okay? So what we're looking at here is, we're going to call this WB Earth, okay? Now this is a post-crisis Earth. This is where the movie takes place. This is where we had Aquaman. This is where the Flash starts. Whatever version of Justice League they subscribe to, and we'll talk about that in a minute. This is where the Flash starts, okay? Now, in the movie, we're introduced to another Flash, okay? And what I'm trying to figure out is how this works. So, in one trailer, it talks about, and this is theory one, that Barry travels back in time, and by doing that, creates kind of a flashpoint, right? And by doing so is when we get what I've heard called young Barry, okay? Which is the non-powered Barry. And in that world, we get Kara instead of Kal-El, okay? So when Zod shows up, we have original Barry, which I'm going to put OG Barry, young Barry, who he has to give powers to, and now Kara instead of Kal-El. So he changed the timeline. Okay, so that's we're working on theory one. First point is, how does Zod get there? Because in Man of Steel, Zod shows up because Kal-El activates the scout ship, and Zod senses the beacon. So how does Zod get there? The other point that I'm wondering is, how does Keaton's Batman exist? Okay, so if he just changed time, is Keaton replacing Affleck on WB Earth? And why would he be older? With the built-in history. Okay? Now, the clues are in, it says young Barry, I broke time, I changed time. Now, theory number two is OG Barry from here travels to what I will just for now call Earth 89 or Earth 92 for Batman Returns. Okay? In the first trailer, he talks about, this is the only universe where my mom didn't die. This would explain Keaton. Okay? It could also explain Kara, that Kara landed here instead of Kal-El, being an alternate Earth, that there's no metahumans. Okay? And it also explains why Barry's mom's alive, and he has no powers. But my question is, why would Zod come to this Earth then, if Zod's supposed to be attacking the original Earth, replacing Man of Steel? So, does that mean that Barry travels to this parallel Earth through the Speed Force? Okay? Because we saw in Crisis that he was in the Speed Force jumping around where he met Grant Gustin's Flash. Okay? And it's supposed to be kind of a multiverse film. So that would explain Keaton, Kara, and then Zod being here is kind of a question mark, unless this Earth experienced something similar, but once again, why is Zod there? Or did he go to this Earth, found that his mom was alive here, goes back to his Earth, realizes he screwed up, and there is no Batman or anybody on this Earth, and he brings Keaton to this Earth with him. I know, it's enough to make your head go crazy, but the weirdest part about the whole thing for me is the fact that how do you get an older history Batman to replace Affleck if you're just on this Earth? Now, Solomon has a question. Yes, Solomon.
My question is, I think I know what Zod did. I think this universe is actually Barry time traveled back, and like what happens was there's no Superman, and it was like, what happened if Zod went to this Earth? And that's what they were explaining. So I think why Zod went to that Earth is he destroyed an Earth. Now this Earth he can destroy, but there's no meta-humans on the Earth. And like before he went to this Earth, he destroyed this Earth, and like you know what? And then Zod brings some meta-humans, and he brings Keaton, and then Alfred and the original Barry is there, and there's another Barry in this universe, and then we have Barry going to time for. Kara lands on this Earth, and Superman lands on that Earth, and they both split apart. And Barry time travels back to that Earth, and now they have in the Earth, and they have to fight Zod because Barry time traveled back where Zod was trying to destroy the universe. Which before he tried to destroy that universe, he destroyed that universe. So Barry actually fixed things.
Could be.
And also, I think that's why and his mom is still alive. I think this is a past universe.
Okay. I like everything he said. Now, here's a couple points I'm going to add to this real quick. One, is it continued from Zack Snyder's Justice League or Warner Brothers, what we like to call Justice League? The biggest thing that I'm going to throw out there is how they handle time travel. Because in Justice League, Flash was pointless. He was worthless. He didn't do anything. And since this new film focused on some sort of time travel and traveling in the Speed Force, he did time travel here. So how they handle the you've done this before, you've done more, and also the big thing is that we've talked about on the podcast is his yellow lightning means that he's gotten more powerful. And Zack Snyder's Justice League proves that he gets more powerful. In the trailer, okay, because one scene that we need to see in this film is in the trailer we see where he gets struck by lightning through him to the other Barry. Now that's either younger Barry or what I've called Earth 2 Barry or this Earth Barry, okay? So, but we also see a scene where it looks like him strapped down getting his powers again, okay? So hold on, think with me. Getting his powers again. Because if yellow lightning is where he starts, and that's him leveled up, how is there a scene in the trailer where he's looking, this Barry, is looking at his mom, but he has blue lightning? So, does he lose his power somehow? And then he has to get them back, much like in the Flashpoint comic and film, and that's the scene where we see him looks like he's laying down, recreating the experiment. Because the other thing is, this Barry, no matter which Justice League you follow, just started working in a crime lab. That means that he must have been working at his school's laboratory when the accident happened that gave him his powers in the first place. And we've not seen that. And it looks like we're going to see that scene when he helps give powers to the other Barry. So this is my brain trying to figure out what all is going to go on, because I'm a continuity person and I'm trying to make sense. Solomon has another question.
Okay, my question is, I think I know how Barry got the yellow lightning, and I know how the other Barry 2, also known as Young Barry, got
Batberry. Batberry. We'll call him Batberry.
Yeah, that's really cool.
He's wearing the Batman suit as the Flash, so Batflash.
Batflash. Let's do Batflash. I think I know how. Got my idea.
Yeah, shoot it.
In the movie, you see some clips of Kara bringing the Flash up, and he's yelling with blue lightning all around. What I think, you gotta trust me on this. All right. What happens is we have the first fight with Zod.
Okay.
We have the fight with Zod, and then Zod accidentally took Barry's powers away from him, and then they have and then Kara brings him up and gives him more power, yellow power, which makes him have the yellow lightning bolts. Dad, you can bring your figure over here, and you will see that he has yellow lightning bolts. And his suit changed, if you realize, in the movie. Because, if you see the figure, his suit's different.
So what we're saying is, we
That
have our theories. We're both really excited. We can't wait to find out what's really going on. And how this time travel / multiverse hopping is going to work.
And I have one more thing.
Yes,
I know how young Barry, which we used to call him Barry 2, I call him Barry 2. I know how Barry 2 got his powers.
Okay.
When Supergirl saved Barry, I think Barry 2 got, somehow, when Supergirl punches Zod in the trailer, Barry 2 gets the blue lightning. Because if you see, when they're running together and their foots get together, and they both, the lightning hits the ground and it's moving, I think that's how, Barry 2 got his powers, and how Barry got his yellow lightning powers.
All right. So good theory. But that's where our head's at. Thanks for watching our video. Like I said, I'm a visual person, and it's a little easier to kind of write out here on the whiteboard here in the super room, the Hall of Justice, because pass through it. So remember.
Subscribe and smash that like button. Bye, guys.